I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. In Urobo language, there's a fish trap called ugugan, ugugan, UGEN. What you do is that you barricade a river or a stream, and then you put outlets that water will flow through, and then you put a fish trap. The fishes will swim as if they are going through that opening and get trapped in the fish trap called ugugan. In business, you can use that ugugan formula. That is to say, you know where the tide of business is going to go, where people and resources will flow towards with time. Set your trap there. Wait patiently, like the Anaconda, or you can call it the Anaconda business principle. You see, in every aspect of life, when I started ministry, we started with take it there, poof, 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 and things were happening. I prayed a prayer that God, I want to be teaching people, but let there be a manifestation of your power so that people can listen to me and pay attention. Because in that dispensation, when we started, it was the miraculous, it was the spectacular. And the emphasis was that the rapture was coming very soon. And so people were living like refugees. There was no thought about investment, about real estate. In fact, somebody told me that the reason he was not buying land was that the rapture would soon come, and that he was wondering why I was buying land at that time. I set my UGEN, UGEN, I set it just waiting. We had our fathers in the faith who said that the rapture would take place in their lifetime. I still set my UGEN. And so I continued with this capacity building ministry. I call it developmental Christianity ministry. And we were consistent. Remember my talk on consistency. I was consistent. And my lawyer will tell me, say, look, people are listening to you. That people are listening to you. I took it for granted. I was just consistent. Then the economies of different nations started coming down. The rapture was delayed. People had this escapist mentality that they would just go and leave this world behind. Started facing the reality of being old, of being 60 and above. And the churches, and we are now populated by people who started church in their 20s and they are now in their 60s. And a lot of the scriptures we quoted for them, the seeds they sowed, the offerings they gave, the sacrifices they made, did not translate to immediate earthly gain. And they were started questioning. And many of them were stagnated and frustrated. And then the leadership of these different denominations started inviting me to speak on wealth creation. And I consistently was doing these wealth creation seminars in my blog. And surprisingly, a big congregation, one of the oldest Pentecostal churches in Nigeria, Assemblies of God Church, called me. And I went around Nigeria, most of their districts, teaching about wealth creation. And then I was still consistent. Very loud-mouthed, lousy Christians. Oh, Dr. Apoki always talks about money. Dr. Apoki is a motivational speaker. Dr. Apoki is not spiritual. Dr. Apoki is not carnal. Gradually, the Igbo principle of Onukuru Joge Kuma started manifesting. Those people who said lousy things about me, the same mouth started praising me. I was consistent in applying the principles to my life, and then results started manifesting. One of the things you must do with consistency is to build a reputation. When you build a reputation, when the tide of life moves in such a way that the value you are adding to humanity, the product you are bringing in, the services you are bringing in, the equity you are bringing in, becomes the reality of the need of that time. Because you have a reputation, they will come looking for you. And so I built a reputation. What was mockery that I was consistent in doing? What looked derogatory and carnal that I was consistent in doing, and I produced results. Please produce results no matter what in your life. Just produce results. And I produce results. Today, every person, they are coming to learn on how to create wealth, survive in difficult times. And I have a lot of engagements lined up. In fact, for some of these churches, I tell them 2025, that's when I can attend to them. 2025, they are lined up, and I determine when I come to your church, how I come to your church, and what I do. Companies started coming for retirement, to lecture them on retirement, and they pay heavily. The companies book big hotels. I was looking at the cost of a night in a hotel. The company booked me there for 2 days, paid for my flight, gave me proper treatment, because I went to teach them on the reality of aging, remaining relevant, and retirement. When I did that video in the back of my Hilux truck in the farm, loud-mouthed and lousy people. Frustrated old man. Poor old man. He didn't love his wife. He didn't take care of his father and his children. I trained all my children overseas. And I'm a wealthy man by any standard. Today, the companies are coming, the organizations are coming, different kinds of people are coming, because I built a reputation. What are you known for? That's one question you must ask yourself. What am I known for? When you consistently produce results, you get known for something, a brand. And when the need arises, the people will come. The tide has shifted in my favor. They want to learn, and they are learning the hard way, according to a very dark black man. Don't play. Be consistent in producing results and building a reputation. I have a seminar coming up on the 5th and on the 6th of July. It's tagged Investment for Gain, Profits, and Living on Profits. 5th and 6th of July, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. The last one, we did 333 people registered from 33 countries of the world. All the continents of the world were represented, including the Caribbeans. The fee is 10,000 naira. Send a message to +234 7052136763 or +234 8021219262. We will send you the flyer. At the end of the month, it's going to turn to 15,000 naira. God bless you. I have real estate for sale. The things I bought when people were preparing for rapture. I'm not selling them. I'm making money. It's not my fault. I just put my ugugan. You've learned an Yoruba word, ugugan. God bless you.